Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and unfortunately I bring this video to you with really bad news, in the sense that the Super League thing is happening, apparently. It'd be interesting to see if it fully does or not, but basically overnight, you probably have seen on many news broadcasters and websites, a Super League had been agreed to start, and 6 teams out of the Premier League had agreed to join it. And then late last night, an official statement came out announcing which teams they were. And it's just, I'm so ashamed to be associated with my club right now. I am ashamed of Tottenham Hotspur. I'm ashamed of all the other ones, all of them. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City and Man United. Ashamed of every single one of them. In particular my club, because it's my club that I care about, and I don't want to be associated with it right now. I don't want anything to do with them, because this club is not representing right now what I thought it did. There's no integrity, there's no honour. It's all about greed and money, and it's despicable. It's wrong. It's not what I watch football for. I don't watch football to see how many millions we spend or anything. I don't watch football for anything to do with money. I watch it because I enjoy it. It's a passion of mine. I watch it because I've been a Spurs fan for over 20 years. It's a passion, and I always say, and I had people say it to me when, people I used to work with and stuff, they used to say, it really sucks when your team loses at the weekend, because it can just ruin your whole weekend. And if you're not a football fan, you don't get it, because it's in your blood. It's not just a thing that you can switch on and off sort of thing. It has the capacity to have that effect, because it's part of your life. It's who you are. People get tattoos of club badges on them and stuff, and people invest money in terms of season tickets, and you buy merchandise and things like that, and people put their heart and souls and everything that people put into these clubs. They put their whole lives into these clubs, supporting a club for your whole life, be that 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years, 100 years, whatever. You put your life, and then you pass it down through the generations, don't you? That's, doesn't mean every family member has to like football, because they might not, but your dad might have supported a club, his granddad might have supported a club, future children support that club. It's more, and it means so much to everybody involved in terms of fans. And we're being represented by money-grabbing bastards, really, that aren't in this for the passion. They're not in this for the reasons we are. We love our clubs. Well, not right now, but we love our clubs. We go and we watch week in, week out, whether it's good or it's bad, we're there and we watch it, because that's the passion. You think I've enjoyed watching Spurs this season? No, it's been horrific, but I do it because it's my team and I love them. And it's just being dominated by these greedy, evil, corporate business people that don't speak for us. They don't speak for us fans. They don't. But the problem is, us fans don't have voices either. I just think this is horrible. Honestly, last night when I read it, I felt sick when I read this, because I was so ashamed that my club is involved in this. Daniel Levy, Joe Lewis, the owners of our club, who are accountable for a lot of problems within the club. They've got this £1 billion stadium that I feel like they're going to hide behind when it comes to we can't buy so-and-so because we've got the stadium. You wanted a massive stadium, well, here you go. No, we've had over a decade of no trophies. A decade of almost but not really. A decade of mediocre seasons for a club that claims to aim so high. And I'm ashamed of them. I'm ashamed. It's disgusting. It's wrong. It's so wrong on so many levels. They're not representing anything to do with the fan base or anything to do with the club. And the same goes for the rest of them. Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, United and Liverpool. Ashamed. All of them. It's so wrong, and they should all be accountable for this. They should all face points deductions. They should all face fines. Gary Neville said a very similar thing yesterday, and I urge you to go and watch it. He went on a massive rant, like a 10-minute rant on Sky Sports, and basically said what we're all thinking. These people don't care. You know, half of these lot don't even go to games. And, like, it's just, like, it's infuriating because you know that you put so much into your club in terms of your passion and your life and everything. And then things like this happen and you just feel like you haven't got a voice. The owners don't care about you. And it is absolutely despicable. And I hope this doesn't happen. And do you know what? Like I said, I hope Tottenham, I hope all of them, or the whole six, but I'm talking about my club. I hope Tottenham get points deducted. It's not really going to ruin this season, is it? I hope they get points deducted. I hope they get a mass amount of fines going their way. Teach them a lesson that it's not all about the money and it's not all about the greed. And you have to repay a fan base. The trust is gone now. The trust was gone for a lot of people with this club. A lot of people don't like the owners. A lot of people want to leave you out. A lot of people wanted Joe Lewis out. It's going to be a very high percentage now that are going to be like that. I certainly am. I don't want Daniel Levy at this club anymore. He's tarnished the legacy. If he wanted a nice legacy, I think he's 20 years at the club now this season. If he wanted his legacy at this football club, it's gone. You have gone now. You've sold out for the money. You don't care about the fans. You don't care about this football club. You only care about lining your own pockets with the rest of these corrupt bastards. And it's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's disgusting. And I don't know where we go from here. Because I have faith in the fact that fans will stay away. Which is so heartbreaking to say that. How heartbreaking to say that you hope fans boycott going back to football matches after nearly, a year and a half of not being able to watch live football because of the pandemic. And don't even get me started on that, because the fact that they're doing all this during a global pandemic when businesses, football clubs have gone out of business. They're gone. Never coming back, out of existence because they couldn't afford to keep running. And you've got these arseholes up top who are going around going, oh, do you want to join? Here's a 3 billion. It's disgusting. It's vile. The worst of the worst in terms of football. No one wants these people around. Nobody wants these people associated with their club. And I hope, and I know that I'm not outside of what everyone else feels like or anything like that. I've seen Arsenal fan TV videos. I've seen Mark Goldbridge videos. All the same feeling. And it kind of restores my faith in humanity in that side. How does that work? What do fan bases mean? What do we stand for? What is the point of us? You know, we work hard. We put our money into our football clubs. We spend our money into shirts, merchandise, ticket sales, stadium tours, whatever. You put all that money that you work for. You go and work your job. You could be working 12-hour shifts. You could be working part-time shifts, whatever. You go out, you work hard for your money, and you repay it back into the club that you love because they're your club. You want to buy a shirt or a ticket, you know. What does that mean now? What does it mean? It's all meaningless now. This club has lost so much. I've lost so much respect for this football club, and I'd like to apologise. Not that it's my fault, but I apologise on behalf of my team Not that I've got any control in it, but I apologise because it will ruin football. This isn't just a Premier League thing. This will have a knock-on effect down the pyramid, all the way down to grassroots football. We won't get a story like Leicester again, winning the league. That won't happen again. That fairy tale dream that happened, that I really like. Of course, I know Spurs, we're up there with Leicester, and of course I wanted Spurs to win it, but I think if it had been any other team in that title race, I would have wanted Leicester to probably win the league, because it was a proper fairy tale dream story, wasn't it? The team that hadn't gone out and spent hundreds of millions on players, the team that just had team spirit and consistency, won the league against all odds, against all the money, against all the these mass transfer fees and everything, like the likes of Man City's and Chelsea's has spent. Leicester went and did it in style, and they won the league. And I still have absolute maximum, even more so right now, maximum respect for them for doing that. It's sad to know that probably won't happen again because of this decision. And that's really sad, because then what is the point of competing? What's the point? The big six are going to have the power. This is what they wanted with the project Big Picture. They've got the power, they've got the money, and they'll do what they want. And we as fans don't have voices. The other 14 teams in the Premier League don't have voices. The EFL won't have a voice. No one will. It'll just all be, all the power, all the money will be with these people that don't care about any of us. They don't care about us with these videos. They don't care about anything to do with us. And it's just sad. And it's wrong. And it's, do you know what's ironic as well? The fact that it's circled around the big six, and two of the big six, Tottenham and Arsenal, aren't even in the top six. And three of the big six aren't even in the Champions League. And yet we're supposed to be classed among Europe's elite. I tell you what, watching Spurs this season, definitely not amongst Europe's elite. They've been woeful. Let a 2-goal, not a 2-goal, but they conceded against Newcastle. They who were dropping like a rock. And literally a couple of seasons ago went out to Colchester in the Carabao Cup. So if you want to consider us against Europe's elite, then it probably shows you how deluded these people that are doing all this are, because they haven't got a bloody clue. So I'm really sad about this. I don't know what else more to say. I just think it's all a joke. And like I said, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry that this has happened. I really wish it didn't. I hope it gets reversed. I've seen this morning that Man U have dropped their ECA membership. I don't know what that means in regards to their current competitions. I've also seen that people are resigning from the ECA as well, like the Juventus chairman and stuff. I've also seen that this Super League group, which they're calling themselves, are now looking to take legal action against FIFA and UEFA for threatening their positions in domestic and world trophies and things like that. So yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, really. I don't know. We've got a game on Wednesday. It's really strange. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what will happen in terms of, can they talk about this? Is someone going to ask Jose Mourinho about this? What's his thoughts going to be? Jurgen Klopp was against this idea. He's the manager of Liverpool. Should he resign? Don't know. I take no pleasure in saying that at all. It shouldn't be that way or anything. I would rather see people just resign and stuff. And do you know what's sad? I said this earlier this morning. The Spurs have about £1 billion on the stadium to pay. And Daniel Levy, I categorically can tell you would have gone up to that and gone, brilliant, getting a 3 billion thing from joining this league, and I'm getting I'll be able to pay the stadium off, and I'll get 2 billion keep in my back pocket, which is really great. So I'm not surprised at all. I am not surprised that Spurs have included themselves in this. But like I said, I am ashamed. So I'll probably do a video if there's any more updates. Right now, I've been stressed out, to be honest, reading a lot about this since last night and this morning, and it makes my blood boil. So I'm going to try and distance myself from it for a little bit and try and relax and try and forget that this is even happening, because every time I read it, it makes my heart sink. It really does. It's awful. So, like I say, I'm really sorry that this is a thing. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just wrong. Be interesting to see any more fallout from people like I said, with managers and once player interviews. And do you know what? I wonder if these guys will come out and start doing interviews. Will we see Daniel Levy do an interview? Probably not. A lot of these people just hide behind the scenes and stuff, don't they? They don't really say much. I would have faith that this could get reversed in terms of fan power and a lot of things. I'd have faith about that because it was maybe similar to the furloughing incident that happened last year when Spurs furloughed all the non-playing staff, but the players and Levy still were getting their money. It got reversed in the end, which was good because fan power took over and showed that it was wrong, and it was shameful as well back then. But I've got a horrible feeling that this is different, and yeah, I've got a horrible feeling that this is not going to get turned around. So enjoy your football in a league where you can't get relegated because competitive. And do you know what's funny? They actually had the gall to say to them that they can still compete in the Premier League domestically, because the Premier League's going to go, oh right, okay, no, it's fine. You can't go. It's not going to happen. So it'll be interesting to see the fallout from here. But my final stance on it, you know it. Deduct the club's points. Deduct them all points. Give them mass fines. Stick them at the bottom of the league for all I care. I don't care. I'd rather see Spurs relegated and have to work back to the Premier League than see them join this Super League. This Super League doesn't represent us fans. It's just wrong. So I would rather see Spurs and the rest of the six. I'd rather see them all punished equally, all of them, not one more than the other. I think Gary Neville touched on it. Obviously, that Man U and Liverpool have very, these clubs that talk about how they're built upon on the local area and things like that and whatnot. And it's just these things don't mean anything anymore, do they? So I'll see you guys in another video. I'm sure I'll probably be doing a lot more on this subject in the coming days. But yeah, it's a real sad state of affairs, and like I said, I'm ashamed to be. Hence why I'm not wearing the shirt. I'm wearing a Black Panther shirt because I'm a Marvel fan, and it just is what it is. I'm not going to wear the shirt. I'm not even going to end this video with a "Come on, you Spurs" because I don't feel like they deserve my support right now. I'm not sure if I'll be doing a video on Wednesday. I'll see how I feel. Of course, I'm probably going to be watching the game. Will my passion there be to support the club? Be there to support the club? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I'm sure we'll speak between then and now anyway. So I will see you guys in that video. And yeah, that's it. Sad state of affairs that football is in. And I'm sorry. It's absolutely disgusting.